are in Zurich, Switzerland, and we have made a video especially for you highlighting all the best things to do here and all the free things to do with the Swiss Travel Pass. It is a beautiful city and we highly recommend everyone to add this city to their itineraries, especially if you're visiting Switzerland. So in this video we'll talk about all the best things to do on a day trip here, some of the budget tips that will save you money. Switzerland is expensive, so all budget tips are needed, and about public transportation. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, then please do subscribe because we are a small channel and every subscriber helps us out. Starting with the journey, we got a train from Basel to Zurich, which was free with the Swiss Travel Pass. We woke up super early and managed to even get a nap on the train. Our train from Zurich was then to our next stop, which took about 20 minutes. It's just outside of Zurich, and this is where you'll find the biggest waterfall in Europe. So we really wanted to start this video by showing you one of the best and must-do things in Zurich if you're visiting, because you really can't miss visiting the biggest waterfall in Europe. We did pay a bit of extra money for a ticket to go to the viewing platform, but you absolutely do not have to do this. You can walk on the top side and you can walk around the waterfall for free. However, because we wanted to get super close to the waterfalls and we wanted to go to the viewing point to take some photos and also to take some videos and just catch these beautiful rainbows that you'll find there, most of the time we paid for that viewing point ticket, but it's absolutely not needed. But we do recommend it if you want to have that closer feeling to the waterfall. Now here you can see we got to take some nice shots from here. We took our tripod out. It was busy, but at periods, sometimes when the train wasn't coming, it was empty and it was just all to ourselves at times as well. This is a stunning waterfall. It has to be one of the best waterfalls I've seen, and the rainbows periodically just made it super special and magical. So we highly recommend visiting this place, especially if you are in Zurich, as it is only 20 minutes away. Just look at these breathtaking views. After that, because we had the ticket, we also were able to get this lift, escalators or lift, whatever you call it, right to the top, which is where you can do a walk around. So this is the view from the lift. You can again see the waterfall, the beautiful green color of the waterfall and the greenery surrounding it as well. And you'll find a castle when you get to the top, and there is a little village, a really pretty, pristine village. It was quite busy. And you'll just find lots of nice flowers here. It's a nice place to walk. If you've bought some food with you, which we highly recommend again, then maybe this is a place you might want to sit down and eat. But we took this lift because we wanted to walk to the other side of the waterfall to catch a boat, which we'll talk about in a bit. And that walk involved us walking on this railway line bridge. But alongside that, we also got to see some mini waterfalls, which was also really pretty. And we also got to the other side in about 20 minutes. So it was about a 20-minute walk. And this is where you'll find the place to buy tickets for your boats or your boat trip. And now this is not included in your Swiss Travel Pass, although all other boats are included, but specific boats like touristy boats, especially this one, is not included. So you do have to pay for it, but you do get a discount again. I believe it was 50% off, as is most places in Switzerland with a Swiss Travel Pass or a 50% half fare card. We wanted to do the boat trip because again, it was just a thing that we hadn't done before when we visited Switzerland on previous occasions. It was a beautiful day and we just wanted to be on the water. But we actually really enjoyed this trip, especially because it was a trip where we were given some devices that were playing the history about each of these specific areas. We got to learn a lot about it and a lot about the history about Rhine Falls, and not just that, but also about the people who lived and worked around this area as well. Now, I'm not going to say all of that in this video because I want you to truly go there and have that experience yourself. After spending a couple of hours at Rhine Falls and having the boat trip, we decided to get the train to city center Zurich to get some food. Bear in mind, we did this day trip. We started it super early in the morning, and that's why we were able to fit in so many things. And even from the train, you get this stunning view of Rhine Falls, which was just breathtaking. So we got the train, and then we got the metro from the train station to one of the famous food areas in Zurich. Again, metros and also trams, everything is free with the Swiss Travel Pass, the public transportation. Now, don't be surprised, but the food in Switzerland, not just Zurich, is super expensive. Here is some idea. I mean, there were some onion rings for £12, and I guess it's similar euros as well. But anyway, we were super hungry and we had a long day, so we had to get some food. And unfortunately, because it was day one in Switzerland, we weren't very prepared and we didn't have a picnic, which is something I would recommend for you to do if you're visiting. We got some Turkish pizza, which was delicious and very rewarding, and then we filled up our water bottles from one of the local fountains, which we highly recommend. So carry a empty water bottle with you because you don't want to be paying for water. Try and save money wherever you can in Switzerland. So that's our budget tip as well. We got the tram then to our next destination after eating some food and refilling with some water and getting some dehydration. And again, as I said before, trams are free with the Swiss Travel Pass. So we got the tram exactly from where we filled up our water bottles, from the water fountain place next to the food place, and we made it to FIFA Museum. Now, this is one of our favorite museums in Zurich and it's free with a Swiss Travel Pass. So if you have a travel pass, make use of that. A lot of people don't know about this, but it is really nice. Now, I'm not into museums and I generally don't really like museums. I do visit some, but I like to visit unique museums, and this is definitely a unique museum. So all you do is go show your Swiss Travel Passes and they print out the tickets for you. There is so much to do in this museum. You could literally spend a day here, but we decided to spend a couple of hours because we did visit this museum back in 2017 when we first visited Switzerland. So this is a FIFA museum. I believe it's the only FIFA museum in the world, and it has all the history. Of course, it's all to do with football or soccer. I believe that's what it's called in America. But there's also some really funky places here. There's lots of games, there's PlayStations, there's exhibitions, there's a lot of information about the history of football. You can do there's lots of interacting activities as well, and if you're not into any of this boring stuff, or if you find it boring, then don't worry, because there is lots of fun things to do as well. Lots of things that you can do physically, like games you can play, which we'll show you in a bit. But if you are into football, then you do get lots of photo opportunities like this as well, and there are models of football stadiums. There's even a massive cinema screen playing some great videos, and even the lifts in this place are just so stunning. I mean, just look at this. It looks like you're in the future. So I just love visiting this museum and highly recommend it. You can even have a go at doing some thread work here, and join up and make up your own chain, which is something we did as well. Although there were just some arguments about a couple of selections, but here you can see there's some foosball, there's lots of sitting area if you just want to sit, and here you can have a go at playing football. So yes, so this is the activities I was talking about. All you have to do is, again, just scan your ticket and you can actually compete with each other. There's lots of different stations. It's very nicely managed. It's a great atmosphere, so we highly recommend visiting the FIFA Museum if you are in Zurich, and especially if you have a Swiss Travel Pass. And even if you don't have one, then look at the website for their prices. But as we have a Swiss Travel Pass, we just wanted to make use of it, because you can visit over 500 museums for free, and I believe the FIFA Museum is one of the best in Zurich, one of the best museums. So we made use of that. After this, we then got the train to our next destination, which it was actually our last destination in Zurich, and that is the Lindt Chocolate Factory. So we could not leave Zurich without visiting this amazing chocolate factory. Did you know this chocolate fountain is apparently the largest real chocolate fountain in the world? And I love chocolate, so we just could not leave Zurich without visiting this museum. So this museum was again about a 20-minute train ride, 20-minute train and bus ride from Fifa Museum. We got the train right outside the Fifa Museum, and we got to learn a lot about the history of chocolate. We also got to taste some chocolate, which you'll see in a little bit. But the very first area was just all about the history, getting really close to cocoa beans, learning about the beans, seeing some machinery, and also just having a walk around and looking at some lovely little exhibitions. So here as well, it was a guided tour, so we were given devices which you could change into the language that you prefer. So we changed it to English, and we were just using it and learning a lot about the history. Now here it is, you can see there's fountains of chocolate, and you can taste as much as you want. There is truly no limit on how many spoons of liquid or how many solid pieces of chocolates you get. So that was a liquid station, and this is a solid station, so you truly are spoiled, and you could be standing there for hours. We saw people standing there and having lots and lots of chocolate. It did make me sick after a bit, even though I love chocolate. But yes, so it's truly as much as you want. There is no limit, and all of the stations that give out free chocolate, which you can see there's plenty, do get refilled as well very quickly. And it's really nice how you just put your hand and then the chocolate falls, and that feeling is amazing. You're just getting free chocolates. It reminds me of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, if you've seen that movie. But anyway, after getting some free chocolate in one of the room, we then went to the second room, which was all very spacey, or like to do with space. It had maps, and again, it was giving information about chocolate, how it gets traveled, and where it's from, where it's originated from. But it was really nice. So I love everything to do with space as well. So I really enjoyed this room. I really enjoyed learning a lot about chocolate, and where it comes from. And then the room after that is actually where again you are given free chocolate, the free Lindt chocolate. So all them boxes you could literally just put your hand in, as you're going to see just here now. So just put your hand in and grab as many chocolates as you want. So of course, don't be greedy. Unlike me here, I've taken 3, but you can take as many chocolates as you want, and you can eat them and have a great time. There's also some photo spots in there as well that you can use and get some digital photos. But yes, so the Lindt Museum was amazing. There were so many nice ways of getting free chocolate. Even when you were in the queue, they were giving out free chocolate. It was just an overall really good experience that we had, and we highly recommend it, especially if you got kids or even couples. I mean, we went as a couple and we did not feel out of place. We had a great time. So yes, so here are really the things that we did on a day trip to Zurich. Of course, you can fit in more things if you spend less time at these locations, but we felt this was a doable day trip, and it was an enjoyable day trip. So we do hope that you found this video to be helpful, and you've got some great tips from it as well. These videos are created to help you out, so we want to make your travel journeys and your travel experiences as fun as possible, or as fun as ours at least. But yes, so we then finished the day by just getting a train back to Basel, and going back really. So if you have enjoyed watching this video, please do like this video and do subscribe to our channel. If I've missed something and you want to ask me a question, then please write it down below in the comment section. I am always happy to answer questions in comments, and do follow us on Instagram. That is where we post regular updates and more in-depth details, and we hope to see you in the next video. Take care.